You're now tuned in to Huff Nation Sports. Buckle up. Welcome in, folks. It is time once again for Huff Nation Sports. Timeout convos, timeout conversations we have with folks in and around the world of sports here in South Carolina and beyond. And this high school football season is upon us. I'm Stacey Huff, your host here, and high school football is upon us right now. We have joined us today in our coach's corner lane of timeout convos, active coaches. We have one Cory Helms in his inaugural year at Chapin High School. First of all, Cory, I want to thank you for taking some time out to share with us on timeout convos today.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Now, for those who don't know who Cory Helms is, he's a young man who transferred from Wake Forest and played some time here at Carolina, finished his career at University of South Carolina, spent some time in the National Football League. And you've had a couple of stops. I remember Carter Newman. I had your games on TV. I had you last year at Pillion as a head coach also. And talk about your new job, Chapin, mighty Chapin. The Eagles over there. Talk about your feelings taking that job, heading into your first season there.
Well, Chapin, since getting into high school coaching, was kind of the job I've been eyeing. When I got out of GA and at South Carolina, we actually moved to Chapin just because we liked Chapin so much. Knew some people in college that are from there and just ended up going there a good bit. And when we decided to settle down, that's where we ended up going. So feels like home to me. And then obviously just in terms of the program, it's a great program. It's got a lot of potential. A lot of sports teams do really well there, and there's no reason football can't as well.
Absolutely, man. Chapin is actually, you're a former offensive lineman, and Chapin has put out a lot of offensive linemen, even to the University of South Carolina, some of the folks you played with, I'm sure. Mason Zandy was a guy who I did some high school broadcasting with. He's one of the guys who came out of there. So they have a tradition in all positions, but definitely line play, man. So I'm going to ask you generally what you're looking for this season. Then we're going to get to that offensive line and some of your skill positions as well on your squad. But talk about taking this job. Chapin struggled last year. We know that. There's no secret. That's why, coaching change necessary or whatever. And now you have a chance with pretty much a clean slate. What are you looking for? What are your expectations for the 2026 season at Chapin?
Well, our expectations and our standard is to win. It doesn't matter if it's year 1 or year 5 or year 10. The expectations to win and the expectations to compete. We're emphasizing competition and toughness and just about everything we do, from what time you walk in the building to how early you get on the field to, everything. So that's the expectation, and the guys are buying into it. So I'm excited. And 24 days to kick it off.
Yeah, man. This is the time of year what Steve Spurrier used to call talking season. Everybody's excited. Everybody's undefeated right now. So now's the time to get the hopes up and get the work put in, and it'll all pay off between late August and early November or so. So with that being said, man, let's talk about your squad, man. I know there's a lot to look forward to, a lot you're excited about over there. And let's begin with the person who'll be calling the signals going to camp. If you already have a dedicated number one, talk about your quarterback room and what can we look for there in this upcoming season.
Yeah, Tyler Black is our quarterback. He's throughout this offseason been, everything we do is compete, but he's been hands down our number one guy, and he played some games last year as a sophomore too. You look at the Somerville game, who's obviously a great program. He threw really well. I think that might have been his first game playing varsity as a sophomore, and we played against Newberry and a couple other games as well, and showed some flashes as a sophomore. And now he's learning the offense, and he's got a chance to do some really good things.
Yeah. What kind of size does he have?
He's 6 foot 170, but he's athletic too. He's got a sneaky athleticism about him. He can get out of trouble, and he's a tough kid. Like, he's not afraid to. He's not the biggest dude in the world, but he's not afraid to lower his shoulder, and He plays with a little swag, a little spunk to him. So, um, yeah, he's gonna have a good year.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So with that being said, we move to the rest of the backfield now. Who's going to be carrying that rock for you? Then running back. What do you have in that running back room for the 2026 season, Coach?
Our running back room is special. We got two guys that I think can play college football.
Mhm.
We got a kid named Charlie Hough, who is from Chapin, but he just came back from Dutch Fork.
Okay.
Who he plays with an edge, man. He's tough as nails, extremely natural the way he can put his foot in the ground and get north and make guys miss, but also lower his shoulder. And then we have a guy named Harper Ellerby, who he's listed as a running back for me probably, but he can play running back. He can play slot. Shoot, he started as a freshman on varsity last year at safety.
Wow.
He'll do some kick returns. He's 6 foot, 200-pound kid, built like Shipley from Clemson.
Okay.
But he's got everything in terms of pass catching ability, blocking, vision, speed,
Okay.
power with his size. So those two guys they're gonna carry a big load this year. And then we have another power back senior named Kingston Bowers, who's probably 5'7", 225.
Bowling ball.
He'll do some fullback stuff, some wing back, and carry the ball some out of the backfield, short yardage situations.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So before we get to the wide outs, before we get out wide, you guys, by the way, have turned out some really good wide receivers over the years at Chapin as well. But the offensive line has always been, you always had huge size over there. So man, tell me who's the guys up front who are going to be clearing the way for your squad this season.
Yeah, we'll be big again. We got two returning starters from last year who've kind of led the group this whole offseason. Kemp Tisdale and Grady Metz. They're both rising juniors, both started as sophomores. Kemp's 6'1", 295. Grady's 6'2", 280. And then after that, our left tackle moved him over from D-line. He's a senior named Luke Prochak. He's 6'6", 260. Hank Olds is 6'5", 300. Thomas Griffin. Thomas is a sleeper. He's a quiet guy, and but he's like a technician and can do no wrong. He's 6'3", 275.
Wow.
We got a young kid, and Hank and Thomas are juniors. And then we got another sophomore named Anthony Nunez, who he's 6 foot, 250, but he's pound for pound one of the strongest kids in the group. So we got a lot of good young talent there, and 5 guys plus Prochak that'll all play together for 2 straight years. So that's exciting.
So you got a triple threat that coaches like and the fans even get excited about. You have youth that are talented and big.
We do. I mean, our quarterback's a junior. Both of those running backs I mentioned are junior and sophomore. 5 starting O linemen. Well, 4.5. We'll play 6 or 7 O linemen this year. They're all juniors. So that's a lot of talent that we'll have multiple years in a row.
No doubt. So let's go out wide, man. Who you got? Who will be catching the ball for you guys? Coming from your quarterback you told us about earlier, man. Who you got out there in the wideouts?
Yeah. So Connor Finney he's our ex. He's been battling some hamstring stuff, but when he's healthy, he's a big time deep threat. He was supposed to be their number 1 guy last year, and he ended up not being able to play. So we're hoping to get him back. And Anderson Stutz got offered by Brevard College. He's Mr. Steady, never seen him drop a ball.
Okay.
Runs really well, but he's one of those big physical receivers. Not afraid to get in the mix. Shoot, we've put him in close and pulled him on counter before.
Wow.
So he's a tough kid. And Nyshawn Palmore, he's a new kid, junior, one of the fastest kids on our team. He's probably high 4.4s, low 4.5s.
Getting it.
Yeah, and he's an underclassman. He's got a speed difference, and he can do some quarterback stuff. Really talented guy. Riley Ashton is kind of similar to Stutz, like just a steady. He's a senior, but steady, solid receiver. And then we got 2 big guys. Beckham Demler, who's also our kicker. He's one of the best kickers in the state, but he's 6'4", probably 190 pounds, big target, great hands, and then another guy named Jack Coleman who's probably 6'3". So we got some length and we got some size out there as well, with a couple speed guys in the middle.
Looks like that zero that was on the left side might be getting better.
The sleepers are tight end Dalton Gravel.
Okay.
I joke our whole offense kind of runs around Dalton. He's 6'3.5", 200 plus, really good catch radius, but he's tough as nails. I mean, he is scrappy. He's physical. I mean, with the stuff that we do with our tight ends, it kind of runs through him, and he's kind of the sleeper of the group. He's not going to get, I don't know, he's going to have a lot of catches this year too, but the offense runs through him.
Good stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing that offense, man. You got me excited about that offense, man. I think I'll be seeing you guys at some point this season as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that being said, let's go to the other side of the ball. And as an offensive lineman, you play big time P4 offensive line, played in the pros. So you respect the offensive line play, but you also respect the guys they have to block. So you got some guys that are difficult to block on the defensive line, I'm sure. Talk about the D-line.
Yeah, well, it starts with Clint Gentry. He's probably pound for pound our best football player on the team. He's 5'11", 6 foot, 235. He just benched 415. He can squat 550 plus. Wow. He's one of those like just tough nosed dudes that's just he just doesn't lose. He was all region last year as a junior in a tough region.
That name is familiar, Gentry.
Yeah, it's not related to the old coach, but yeah, it starts with him. He's a special player.
Okay.
And then to go along with him, we have one other senior named Jacob Kiesler, who's playing kind of our stand-up end.
Okay.
He's long, he's 6'2", athletic, and very disruptive. And then after that, it's pretty much underclassmen again. Got a defensive lineman. He'll play some D-end and inside named James Goss. He's a junior. He's probably 6'2", 260. Call him Quadzilla. He's got giant legs and
you said Quadzilla?
Quadzilla, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, he's thick. He's going to be a really good player. Garrett Graham. He came back to Chapin from IMG. He's probably 6'5", 6'1", 300 pounds, thick dude, but moves really well in the box. So he's, and then another senior named Jordan Landau. So we got some depth there. Got a lot of size there. Then you move back to linebacker. We have two returning all-region players on the team, and it's a D lineman and a linebacker named Parker Collins. And he's kind of he can do it all. He's got speed, he's got range, he's physical.
Collins
gets off blocks really well. Yeah, Parker Collins.
Yeah, I was going linebackers next anyway. So go ahead and he's a linebacker. Talk about the linebackers.
Yeah, he's a really good player, and I think he's another guy that could play college football. And then after that, it's underclassmen. We got a junior, Caleb Kreitzer, who will start at Mike. He's 6 foot 210, physical kid, and Charles Roof is going to provide good depth there and play. He can play that stand-up end and inside backer. A young kid, sophomore, named Xavi Saldana. We keep trying to keep him on JV. I just don't know that we can. He's just he's one of those like tough nose. I mean, he's exactly what you want to build a defense around. So him coming back for the next few years he's gonna be a special player. And then you go to the back end, and really it starts. We're kind of three-headed. One guy leading each group. Charlie Todd, probably the biggest freak on our team. He ran a 4.49 40. He played last year at safety as well. Heck of a baseball player too. We didn't get him at all in the spring or in March because
I love the dual sport guys. I love that.
Yeah. So him coming out this summer has been just everybody kept telling me it's going to get better when Charlie gets out here, and they were right. He's a special player, and a new kid named Zaron Mack. He goes by Ziggy. He's going to play corner and receiver for us.
Ziggy.
Yeah, Ziggy, good football name.
I love it.
Um, but he's a special athlete. He's he's a rising junior. He's got a chance to be really good. And then some more baseball players. Caden Guy came out for the first time. He's playing corner. Scrappy dude, tough nose guy. Rory Dreer's playing safety. Really athletic. I feel like our starting secondary is really athletic. We're not very deep there in terms of depth, but if we can stay healthy, our starting secondary is solid. And then we got another kid named Trey Pollock, who's a sophomore. His dad's the PC head coach baseball.
I thought so. I know Elton. Elton goes related to my pastor, so I know Elton a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're over at Chapin now, and his son is playing kind of our hybrid safety position. Yeah. Young kid, sophomore, really got a lot of youth. So it's going to be a good thing and can be a bad thing at times too. But you just got to get them up to speed.
I can tell you trying to hold down your excitement. You're excited about your athletes. I can tell.
I do. I really like our group. It's been such a fun team to coach, and they work really hard. We had an accountability session a few weeks ago, and they're doing what we had them do. And one of our assistant coaches looked over at me and was like, "Man, 95% of these kids are some of the hardest working kids I've ever been around." And he was right. I mean, they work really hard. So it's a fun group, and I'm really excited to see what they can do.
I want to take time out for a moment to thank the sponsors that make it all happen here at Hough Nation Sports. I want to thank Rockamoss and rockamoss.com. Fuel your glow from the sea below. Go to rockamoss.com for all of your CMOS needs. Of course, Alpha Insurance Solutions, LLC, for all your insurance needs. Reach them at 803-427-1327. Then, when it comes to real estate, for all your home buying and selling needs, it is Karen Alexander and her outstanding staff at SM Realty and Associates, LLC. The number, 803-445-7185. The email, KarenAlexander773@gmail.com. Once again, for all your home buying and selling needs, SM Realty and Associates, LLC. And I want to thank GFHRsports.com. And NIL attorney can help you with all your NIL questions and concerns. Go to the website, gfhrsports.com, when it comes to NIL. And now, back to the episode.
Listen, this is called Timeout Convo. So here's the part, because we're going to finish up. We're going to circle back around and get to your region schedule and close it out with some talk about the upcoming season and some upcoming matchups. But right now is what we call a timeout. We can call it a 30 or full. We've got the NBA. We can call it timeout convos, and let's find out a little bit more about Cory Helms. The other school you went to in the ACC, we don't got to talk about them, but I know you're a Gamecock. I see what you're wearing right now. I'm a Gamecock as well. And we love our Gamecocks. That logo is going to change on your shirt. We got to change that.
I know. Yeah, I'm cheap. I don't buy anything new, so I'll be.
I get it. So what does Cory Helms do? I thought a lifelong football guy. When you want to get away, what's your hobby or pastime you do when you're away from football that kind of get eases your mind and give you some peace and just some other outlets?
Yeah, if you ask my wife, I never get away from football. Seems like I do it 24/7. But some hobbies, I mean, I enjoyed going out on a boat, sitting at the pool. We have a 2-year-old daughter who'll be 3 this football season.
I remember.
Yeah, so I enjoy spending time with her and my wife, and I'm a pretty simple guy. I don't need to do a whole lot, but I do like to go to the pool or go out on a boat or something like that.
Listen, I remember when the baby was on the way, you and I talked, if you remember, and I'm a dad. I'm a proud dad. I'm a girl dad, and I have a son. But I'll tell you, there's nothing better. Did I lie? Was I right?
Oh, it's the biggest blessing in the world.
It's great. It's great. Man, I got 27 and 21 now. It's still love it.
Yeah.
They get to a phase where they know everything, but then they still your kid. They still love you. You still love them. So it's really special when they get 2 or 3 years old. That's very special. But that being said, now I'm gonna ask you this question because you may not recall this conversation, but one time you surprised me with your pregame music you listened to. So I'm gonna ask you. I remember the artist and everything. I won't say it right now, but what is your music taste? If I were to look in your iPod or whatever they call it nowadays, with your streaming service, whatever it is, what would be the last 3 songs you listen to, or what really gets you going music wise?
As we get closer to game time, I think I do remember this. This is probably my first or second year. I think I was listening to Boozy.
Yeah, T Grizzly, T Grizzly.
Oh, it's T Grizzly. Yeah, yeah. So it can get Boozy, T Grizzly, Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
Some of the newer stuff is the kids are kind of putting me onto it a little bit,
I
but
got you. Yeah,
I like some of the older stuff and.
yeah.
Further away from game, it can be. I mean, I got the widest variety of music I listen to. It can be classic rock to country
Same.
to old school rap to new school rap.
Dude, I'm Leonard Skinner. I'm Leonard Skinner to Run
Yeah.
DMC, to Cool in the Gang. I mean,
Yeah.
I get, Creedence Clearwater Revival. I mean,
Yeah.
Gucci Man. I can do it all. It's all good.
Yeah, our neighbors were making fun of me the other day because we've been playing music at the pool, and they're like, "I don't even know what kind of music you like." I was like, "I like all of it."
It's all of it, right? So, hey, that's the best way to be, man. Appreciate all of it. I love that.
Yeah.
So Coach, that's good because you got to get away some time. I know you, like I said, you're a football lifer. Being a head coach is a lot of stress and pressure, but I know, like I said, this time of year, you fall in love with your team and see their work ethic, as you've commented on. So that being said, August 21st is week 0. I don't know if you guys have a game then or not, but that's when the eyes of the state awakens and we'll start answering some of the questions. So speaking of schedules, talk about your region. Who's all in the region with you, Coach, with Chapin?
The region's a gauntlet. It's Dutch Fork, obviously, White Knoll, Lexington, River Bluff, and us. It's a tough region, and but I mean, as a competitor, that's what you want. So, as a coach, as a player, whatever it may be, you want to compete against the best. So, that challenge is fun, and our schedule is tough too. We got some good matchups, some fun matchups. So it's going to be a fun season. We
Sell
open
some
with
tickets right
Lugoff,
quick before we let you get out of here, man. When's your home opener? Get those people through the gates. Who's your home opener? When is it?
We open with Lugoff at Lugoff on August 21st, and they got a lot of talent on that group, so that's going to be a tough opening game, and I know our kids are excited. And then we come home the next week, August 28th, against Brooklyn Casey.
Okay.
So that'll be our home opener, and I know we'll have a really good crowd there.
Well, that's good stuff, man. I'll get you out of here with this last question, man. You giving a lot to football. Football's giving a lot to you. What are some things that you always want to be remembered for instilling into your kids, and what do you look for? What impact do you look to make on these young men as you mentor them and they come through your program? What are some things you want to definitely be your staples of your philosophy?
When they get done playing for me, I just want them to have that same edge as they go into life, because it's tough and there's a lot of commitment that it takes to be good at anything. So that edge that we preach every day, I want them to carry that on into life and just being a good dude. I tell them all the time, nobody's asking you to be perfect, but you got to be a good dude. And I think our guys know that my standard is I'll never lower my standard.
Right.
Doesn't matter if it's a walkthrough or first day of camp or week 10 of the season. My players know that, coaches know that. And so if they take that as they carry on through, college and life, I think they'll all be successful.
Good stuff. Cory Helms, former Gamecock. Once a Gamecock, always a Gamecock.
Right.
From NFL player. I know the Bengals are one of those teams you got to hang out with. I'm a Cowboys fan. I got my Cowboy stuff behind me right here. I got the Cowboy logo right there. But it's all good. But man, listen, Cory, I appreciate you as always. Always great talking to you, man. On camera, off camera. Always a solid dude, man. I appreciate all you do. Much respect, man. And I'll be seeing you down the season. You get a phone call from me down the season before we broadcast your game. Okay.
Sir, looking forward to it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. You enjoy the rest of your week, okay?
Yes, sir. You too.
Yes, sir. Check out all the shows that's on the YouTube channel, all the interviews. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate all y'all for supporting another episode of Hough Nation Sports Timeout Convos.